I was maybe 8, 9 years old enough to understand words, young enough to believe every single one of them. And one day I realized my father had been lying to me. Not a big lie, not a dramatic betrayal, just one of those protective lies adults tell themselves are harmless. But for me, it was as the world cracked, a teeny fracture, invisible from the outside, but inside it shook the foundations of what I thought was true. Because when you're a child, you don't judge the content of the lie, you judge the person who told it. And suddenly a question appears. Can I trust you, Father? That question never really leaves us. We carry it into friendship, into relationships, into work, and into every team we join. Years later, in teams, I saw the exact same fracture. Not caused by a lie this time, but by unreliability. The colleague who says, "Yes, I'd send it today," and doesn't. The person who walks away from shared responsibilities. The meeting when someone promised but never delivers. The initiative that fell through the cracks. No, it's rarely dramatic, it's rarely malicious, but the emotional echo is the same. Can I trust you? We like to pretend we are rational adults at work, but we are not. We are children with PowerPoint. We are kids with KPIs. We still react to the same emotional signals: fairness, reliability, reciprocity. And when one person stops being reliable, the whole system adjusts downwards. One fracture becomes structural. Here is the hidden cost. When reliability collapses, motivation follows, initiatives follows, collaboration follows. People stop giving their best, not because they don't care, no, but because they don't want to be the only one who cares. Unreliability kills mobilization. It kills trust. It kills the emotional contract of the team. And when that contract breaks, the team stops being a team. It becomes a group of individuals protecting themselves. Just like the child who learns, if I can rely on you, I rely on myself. And today, there is a new player in this story of reliability: artificial intelligence. AI promises speed, promises accuracy, promises support. But if you use it daily, you already know the truth. Sometimes it's brilliant, sometimes it's wrong, and sometimes it hallucinates. Sometimes it gives you exactly what you need, and sometimes it invents what it thinks you want. It's like working with a colleague who is a genius on Monday, average on Tuesday, and drunk on Wednesday. In other words, unreliable. And no matter how powerful AI becomes, one question remains the same: can I trust it? And if the answer is maybe, then by definition, the answer is no. We cannot build strategy, leadership, or motivation on maybe. Not with humans, not with machines. Reliability is the simplest form of leadership. It's not heroic, it's not glamorous. It doesn't require brilliance, just consistency. It's the quiet act of saying, I will do this, and then doing it. And when reliability grows, trust grows. And when trust grows, the whole system stabilizes. Motivation, collaboration, autonomy, creativity, all of them require one thing first: a predictable environment. Not perfect, predictable. That's what children need. That's what teams need. That's what AI needs to become before we call it a partner. So let me ask you, not as a manager, but as a human being in your team. Are you someone people can rely on? Do your actions match your words? If everyone behaved with your level of reliability, will the team grow stronger or weaker? And when you use AI, Do you trust it? Or do you trust yourself more because you've learned what reliability actually feels like? Think about it. Because the whole system, human and artificial, rests on one silent contract. You can count on me. I wish you a contractual week. See you soon. And don't forget, boost the system.
Clock punch, soul punch, gonna make my own lunch. This ain't my final destination, just another step in my transformation. So much you can't say.